Good evening. Can everybody hear me okay in the back there? Great, great. Welcome all. 20 minutes ago I was a little concerned about the numbers. I'm not concerned anymore. This is a terrific turnout. Thank you for being here. Today we gather to celebrate what has become an annual tradition here in Quincy Center. For the fourth year now, we meet on the first day of June at 6 p.m. to welcome in a month of celebration. That celebration includes reminders of our history, our challenges, our fears, our joys, and our aspirations. The flag we fly, aptly named the Progress Pride flag, stands as a bold and vivid and inclusive symbol of the celebration. It's hidden right now behind this white cloth because for the first time in 4 years, we're actually going to attempt a very theatrical reveal. It could be a disaster, but let's just decide whatever happens, it's exactly what we wanted. And since we were staring at a white cloth, I thought I would wear the flag. I'm Jim Petosa, chair of the City of Quincy LGBTQ Plus Commission. Thank you. The commission was created some years ago to give our community a broader presence and an opportunity for greater representation in the civic space. In short, the commission is an endeavor through which your needs, concerns, and search for community have priority. The commission happily joins with the congregation of the United First Parish Church, the board of Quincy Pride, and the leaders of our own Quincy chapter of PFLAG of Greater Boston, the nationally recognized organization that provides support for our community through the participation of family and friends and other allies. Yes, they deserve that. And again, for a second year, I'm happy to welcome members of the Quincy Interfaith Network, whose presence as advocates for change serves as an inspiration for us all. As we have done for 4 years, this evening, we gather to celebrate the raised flag that we present to you, yet again suspended in the heart of our city. We will let it fly for the entire Pride month of June, including Flag Day, as a reminder that we are here, present, visible, proud to be citizens who participate in the full spectrum of life. The soul of America is perhaps best revealed in the simple words E pluribus unum, from the many, one. It is in our oneness that we find our common cause, our connection, our participation in what our Constitution refers to as the general welfare of us as people. When the light of our oneness is put through a prism, the rainbow of the many shines out from its common point of origin. What is revealed is an extraordinary community of human beings that are able to celebrate differences without fear, without threat, with the recognition that ours is a beautiful tapestry of identities that include the honest and open celebration of our sexual orientations and our gender identities, ourselves, our lives, our relationships, our loves. We move forward together without fear, without shame, without the degrading urge to hide. Instead, we summon up our collective courage, our insistence of pride in who we are, convinced that by waving our flags of spirit, the world is enriched by our presence in it, as we are enriched by our participation in it. The times call for these moments now more than ever. As I have done for the last 4 years, I end these remarks with a quote from social justice activist Daniel Berrigan, a Jesuit priest, who said at the height of the Vietnam conflict that what we needed to do as Americans was, and the quote begins here, redeem the times, for the times are inexpressibly evil. And yet, the times are inexhaustibly good, solaced by the courage and the hope of many. Let us, the many, summon up our courage and our hope with the conviction of better days to come because of our visible presence in the world. Thank you. It is my great pleasure to invite United First Parish President Fiona Sankey and her wife Daphne Souvenir and their son Ben, if he is willing to come up, to come forward to help us put our light through the prism and reveal, hopefully, the enduring symbol of our interdependent community. Here we go. Ignore the drapery at the bottom. The top looks pretty good. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Reverend Rebecca Froome, minister of United First Parish Church, who is our host here tonight. Rebecca.
Good evening. How good it is to be here. What a beautiful evening. And what beautiful colleagues I have coming up here from the Quincy Interfaith Network. We are a group whose mission is to gather and lift up the voice and witness of people of faith and conviction in the public sphere to promote justice, inclusion, and interfaith community action. We are pleased to join the City of Quincy's LGBTQ+ Commission and so many community partners for this annual ceremony. I feel like each year I see familiar faces returning and new faces entering this space, and it's just wonderful seeing the momentum build. And it's our honor this evening to offer a few prayers and blessings that we can give and receive. Blessings for ourselves, for one another, for this flag, for this city, for this world and for all our relationships. And so I invite the Reverend Derek Jackson from the Unitarian Universalist Association and United First Parish Church to lead our invocation.
Let us take a deep breath together. In this space we make sacred through our loving presence. I invite you to lift your hearts and join us in a spirit of prayerful invocation, listening in these words for the language of faith most meaningful for you. Our invocation is by M.J. Kaiser from the liturgy magazine Infleshed. Strange one, fabulous one, fluid and ever becoming one, you are as close to us as our own breath, and yet your essence transcends all that we can imagine. You are mother, father, and parent. You are sister, brother, and sibling. You are drag queen and trans man and gender fluid, incapable of limiting your vast expressions of beauty. Embodied in us, your creation, we recognize our flesh in all forms is made holy in you. With thanksgiving, we celebrate your glorious manifestations. Blessed are our bodies. Blessed is our love. Blessed are we when we celebrate that which the world turns away. Fill our hearts with a pride rooted in resistance to all that seeks to destroy. May we delight in the ways you have created us. Diverse, unique, surprising, and beautiful. Thanks be to God.
And I invite, sure, applause. It's always in liturgy. But let's do it. Hands of gladness as much as we want this evening. I invite Reverend Matt Thomas from Bethel Church of the Nazarene and Sister Tess Brown, Sisters of Charity of Nazareth, and all of us to participate in a blessing of our rainbow flag.
Sister Tessa and I will offer some words, and after each little stanza, we'd invite you to respond with pride and love, we bless this flag. So let's try that together. With pride and love, we bless this flag. These words are adapted from Alex Capitan, an interfaith colleague here in Quincy. So let's try it one more time together. With pride and love, we bless this flag.
We bless each color of this flag, brilliant on its own, but even more beautiful stitched together as a many-colored rainbow.
With pride and love, we bless this flag. May this flag be a reminder to open our eyes to the gifts and blessings we offer and receive from each other. Open our hearts to welcome each other fully and truly. Open our hands to embrace, to support, to lift each other with joy, with song, with peace, and with deep friendship. With pride and love, we bless this flag.
Let this banner be a symbol of hope, a blanket of protection for those who need it, and a cape of power for those who must be empowered.
With pride and love, we bless this flag.
Let this flag be a beacon of welcome in our city, be a standard of our conviction to embody values of diversity, inclusion, safety, and respect.
With pride and love,
we bless this flag.
Let the will we weave to empower and protect be woven into this flag as we weave it into the world. With our blessing, let all love be sacred, all unions safeguarded, and all people free. With pride and love, we bless this flag. Amen.
And I invite Reverend Samantha Ball from Quincy Community United Methodist and Pastor Alyssa Olson from Good Shepherd Lutheran to share a blessing for community written by the multi-faith religious collective, The Religious Institute.
We are grateful for the gifts of our lives and the gifts of other people in our lives.
Each of us is created with dignity and worth.
We are called to love one another and to do nothing to others that we would find hateful to ourselves.
We honor the many ways that people live and love.
Our common life is enriched when queer and transgender, bisexual, lesbian, and gay people can come out, sharing the gifts of their sexual orientation and gender identities.
True justice flourishes when all people can live and flourish.
We suffer when GLBTQ people are oppressed, excluded, or shamed by religious people who overlook the fundamental call to love one another.
Love does not exclude. We are all worthy.
May we work to build a world where all people are celebrated and loved.
We celebrate sexual and gender diversity as a blessing that enriches us all.
Thank you. Amen. Amen.
John McDonald.
Just a quick thank you to our Quincy delegation, Senator John Keenan, Councilor Nina Liang, Councilor Richard Ash, I'm supposed to do it, Councilor Dan Minton, and School Committee Member Courtney Perdios. Did I miss anybody? We can give them a round of applause for attending. Poet Gahil Gibran feels that music is the language of the spirit. It opens the secret of life, bringing peace and abolishing strife. The Quincy Choral Society's mission is to perform diverse, professional quality programs designed to entertain, enlighten, and enrich the human spirit. Under the direction of Sarah Labrie, our partners, the Quincy Choral Society, will now offer a beautiful song titled Uma Familia.
Familia.
This year, we decided to give an inaugural award to 3 organizations that have worked very hard to bring attention and positive results to our community. So the 3 awards that we have to offer you tonight we'll do in succession. John will deliver the first one. Go ahead.
Could Joe Catalano please come to the steps? Where is Joe? Give him a round of applause as he comes up. I'll tell you all about Joe when he gets up here. The City of Quincy LGBTQ+ Commission gives to you and Quincy Access TV the 2025 Flag Raiser Award for your continued support on this day, June 1st, 2025.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate this. I want to accept this on behalf of the entire staff and all the volunteers also at Quincy Access Television, 2 of whom are recording this ceremony for us this evening that you'll see on QATV later on this month and all month long. You know, it really is, it's very meaningful when the community that you're charged with representing recognizes that and awards you for that, because that tells us that we're fulfilling our mission of giving a face and a voice to members of this community. And we will continue to do that. We invite you all to be part of QATV and tell your own stories through our medium. So again, thank you very much. It's very meaningful and we really appreciate it.
Our second award, I want to ask Bill Thiel to come forward. And also James. Is James here? Yes, come on forward. It was 1 year ago that I got a call from people at Boston Scientific who were looking to have someone from the commission come and speak at a tradition they were beginning on the campus of their workplace. And what they were planning on doing is putting up a pride flag at the entrance to the parking area where their employees come and go and see this symbol of representation and inclusivity as just a beacon of hope for their employees who identified with this constituency. I went and attended and spoke at that ceremony and was profoundly moved by it and learned that it was just a part of an entire outreach of inclusivity that Boston Scientific had done for that part of their workforce. So I just think such moments must be recognized and must be applauded because they are becoming increasingly rare and require courage in order to stick with the program. So I want to thank you both for the work you've done and present you with this award.
Thank you, Jim. On behalf of the 50,000 employees across the globe at Boston Scientific, I'm very honored to accept this award. Just a quick story, as Jim mentioned, that flag raising ceremony that we had, that was the very first one that we had. And the message was very, very clear right off the bat, is that every employee should feel belonged. They bring their authentic self with them every single day. That's the mission that we have at Boston Scientific for delivering for patients. So today we raise this flag, this piece of cloth. It's not just a piece of cloth. It stands for visibility. It stands for inclusiveness. It stands for pride. And that's what we have here at Boston Scientific. So thank you for the award. I'm going to hand it over to James for a few words.
So I just want to do a quick shout out to Boston Scientific. I've worked for Boston Scientific since 2009 in a very deep red, very oppressive state of Indiana. Growing up in the Midwest, it was one place where I felt accepted. I felt allowed to be who I wanted to be as an out and proud gay man. And being able to kind of work in partnership with Boston Scientific and their Pride ERG, which we have and we launched in 2023 with our first flag raising event just last year. It's a great opportunity for us to kind of show the local community both you're welcome and you're free to be who you want to be while you're at Boston Scientific. So thank you to the Commission for awarding us and recognizing our commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Bill, Theo, and James Martin. I'm happy to say that on Wednesday morning, I'll be going there again at 10 a.m. for 11:30 later. Good. Good. To hoist the flag yet again. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce Nina Liang, a wonderful partner on the commission. We've become great friends over the years, and it just delights me to introduce her to give this final award.
Thank you, Jim. Good evening, everybody. So I'm really excited to be here tonight because at this time last year, I was across the street celebrating my sister getting married. And so tonight, I was really excited to reach out to her and just wish her and her wife congratulations on their one-year anniversary. But to be honest with you, it wasn't just a celebratory message. With everything going on right now, you know, it was very important for us to just have a moment together as sisters to acknowledge the challenges that her and her wife have been facing this past year, and really simply just telling her, I'm here, right? I'm here, I want to show up for you however I can be. And I think as an ally, it's really difficult for us sometimes to, you know, park our excitement and our frustrations, right? And not let that be front and attention, but really show up how our family members, our friends, our community need us to show up. And in trying to figure out how to do that, you know, being here in Quincy, I've been really lucky to follow the guidance of our next honoree, Jim and Patty Mortimer. They first came to the commission and said very vehemently, we are here to be an ally, but again, saying like I did, right? It's like, how do we do that in the best way possible? That's not about us, but how we use our strengths, we use our power, we use our voice to show up in the best, most effective way. And I think when they came together and tried to find a way to do that, they did so by listening to the community, and then the PFLAG Commission was born. And it was the first chapter that was held in Quincy, and now has boomed and blossomed and has brought other folks in to figure out, again, how can they show up and be the best allies. And so I've just been so blessed to follow their work, to see the impact that they've had in the community. And I just want to make sure that we all take a moment tonight while they're speaking and being honored to recognize that they're giving all of us an opportunity in the community to show up in the best way possible. So to Jim and Patty Mortimer, please come up. Thank you so much for what you've offered to this community.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stay up here, you're so tall.
Thank you.
You want to step
Hey,
over? Oh, hi everybody. This is a big crowd.
Right into it.
Okay. This is a big crowd this year. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for this honor. For the Jim and I want to both thank you, and we appreciate the recognition. We want to thank the LGBTQ Commission, Nina, Jim, and John, for all the help and support from day one. We thank Diane from GBP Flag for the initial training and the continuing support. We had no idea what we were doing right from the beginning. Richard from Quincy Pride, thank you for always being helpful and supportive. And QATV, Joe Catalano, thank you for spreading the word about us. We thank Reverend Rebecca, Shiloh, David, Christine, and Sharon from the church, Norma, Kathy, David, for always showing up every month, all our families and allies. We wouldn't be here without you guys to come and share your experiences and share your support with one another. We love you all. And to co-opt a famous phrase, it takes a village to raise a flag, especially P-Flag. We especially want to thank all of you in the LGBTQ plus community, because you are our reason why. Thank you all for who you are, and thank you for being here. We all know this is a really hard time right now for the LGBTQ plus community, especially the trans and non-binary community. I'm not a gamer, but maybe you can forgive if I use an analogy from gaming. This year will not be your final boss level. The fight has been long and will continue. Together, we will not let the current boss be the final boss. Thank you.
Okay. What? Okay, we'll stop the count. One of the things that we're going to do this year is have a LGBTQIA ally procession before Q Pride this year. We're all going to be at the Collins Rest a While stop on Marymount Ave. We're going to march up to Pageant Field. And the kickoff time is 11:30. It may run a little late or delayed because we want as many people as possible to show up. But it's a good opportunity to bring together Randolph Pride, Weymouth Pride, Quincy Pride, and Braintree Pride together, even allies in the community together, and to show support. I think the way that things are in this country now is allies need to step up and show their support for the community, show their love and support beside the community itself. Not just stand by, remain silent, but to speak up and show some love and support. And hopefully everyone will show up. We have a good procession, and have a good night. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you, fellas.
Here, take your award. Jim.
Thanks.
Thank you, buddy.
And now the second selection from the Quincy Choral Society.
Good evening, everyone. We are so thrilled to sing at this event every year, and we thank you for having us. Our last piece tonight is a lovely round from the social justice songbook called Love is Love is Love. And I know that you didn't come here planning to sing, but there's a part for everyone in the choir. So we're going to help teach you just 4 bars, a little mantra, and you'll sing along with us. There's a part for you in the song. The part we need to learn is love, love, love. Love. love, love, love. All we need is love, love, love. That's it. All we need is love, love, love. All we need is love, love. Let's do it one more time. All we need is love, love, love. All we need is love, love, love. You've passed the audition. Okay, we rehearse on Monday nights. You're all welcome to sing in the choir. Everybody is welcome to join with us. This is a small contingent of us because we're off season, but anyone is welcome to sing in the choir. This is Love is Love is Love.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Much appreciated. It's such a great pleasure to have you guys come every year for this event. You've been with us from the very beginning, so thank you for all you do. Our final speaker tonight, it's my pleasure to introduce a friend of the commission, friend of mine, friend of the city of Quincy, Richard Ash.
Good evening, everyone. Let's give a round of applause to the Quincy Choral Society. Beautiful job, as always. My name is Richard Ash. I'm a lifelong Quincy resident, a current member of the City Council, and I also have the pleasure of serving as the president of Quincy Pride, Inc. Quincy Pride Inc. is a 501c3 nonprofit that has been dedicated to promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion in and around Quincy and the South Shore since 2018. I'd like to take a moment to recognize my Quincy Pride board members, Matt Torrance, Matea Souza, Aaron Galvin, and Sarah Duhanick, who are in the audience tonight. Thank you. Quincy Pride, along with the city's LGBTQ+ Commission, the United First Parish Church, and the city's PFLAG chapter, welcome you to our 4th annual Pride flag raising ceremony. The similarities in mission statements throughout these 4 organizations in these 4 years have proven to be a meaningful and necessary partnership. The Progress Pride flag was designed to celebrate diversity and inclusion for everyone in the LGBTQ+ community: lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex. In addition to the traditional rainbow flag, white, pink, and light blue stripes were added in recent years to represent the trans community. While the black and brown stripes represent communities of color, the black stripe also serves as a nod to the thousands of individuals that the community lost during the AIDS epidemic in the 1980s and 90s. The City of Quincy, through these organizations that I mentioned, strives to be on the forefront of progression and a home of belonging and safety for all. I truly believe that over these recent years, we have collectively moved the needle with programming not only our Quincy Pride Festival and this meaningful flag-raising ceremony, but also town halls, sponsorships, and by promoting safe spaces for all members of Quincy and the community. I'd like to use this time to formally invite you all to Quincy Pride Festival 2025. It's a week from today, Sunday, June 8th at Pageant Field, noon to 5 p.m. We'll have family-friendly drag performances from renowned Provincetown and Boston acts, a full set from Quincy's own recording artist Torrance, DJ Begbick, and everyone's favorite 70s and 80s disco cover band Booty Vortex. That deserves a round of applause, I think. This, in addition to 40+ local and LGBTQ vendors and organizations, multiple food and dessert trucks, Break Rock Brewing, great raffle items, amazing kids attractions and entertainers, and much, much more. We're always very happy to welcome Quincy Interfaith Network back as well to provide an invocation at the beginning of our afternoon. We'll be recognizing 2 amazing high school seniors with Quincy Pride scholarships, and are also proud to announce that we will be recognizing the United First Parish Church as our Community Partner of the Year. This annual event is sponsored by the City of Quincy, not only providing meaningful funds, but also immeasurable in-kind donations by way of city services and amenities. 2025 community sponsors also include Mountain One Bank, Quincy Community Action Programs, Arbella Insurance Foundation, Stop and Shop, Abington Bank, Manic Community Health, Baker Braverman Barbadoro, White Pine Markets, Beth Israel Leahy Health, Fox Rock, Ellie Mental Health, and Aspire Health Alliance. And I think that long list of great organizations that provide financial assistance to us every year to plan this event is huge, and it's grown over the years. Obviously, there are some big names, some big companies, and we really appreciate the support on a local level. It is because of these organizations that we've been able to, since 2018, host what has become arguably the largest Pride Festival in Massachusetts outside of Boston, and certainly on the South Shore. This year's theme is Now More Than Ever, and we hope to see you next weekend. Thank you again to the organizations involved in the ceremony who have spent considerable time planning it. This includes your hosts, Quincy Choral Society, and Quincy Interfaith Network. Finally, congratulations to the well-deserved award recipients, Joe Catalano at QATV, Boston Scientific, and Jim and Patty at PFLAG. The Progress Pride flag, we believe, is a visual representation of inclusivity, of the inclusivity in the city of Quincy. We hope that you agree, and hope you enjoy seeing it all month long. And we also hope that we get to see you next Sunday. Thank you very much.
Just some other thanks for today is to thank Mark Carey for sound engineering for us today. He's media director for the city of Quincy. Thank you, Mark. Claire Fitzmaurice and the Social Justice Action Committee of United First Parish Church, and Marie Louise Jackson Miller, who is helping create a little reception for us in the parish hall right now, which I invite as many of you who care to join us by entering the church through the front doors, walk down the center aisle, and then through the doors at either right or left of the main pulpit into the parish hall to celebrate. And before we break up, just want to ask Reverend Rebecca to come back to do a final blessing for us.
Let's just take a deep breath together. Here we are, breath to breath, rainbow to rainbow, on this evening. These are closing words by Cricket Hall. May the drag stage rise to meet you. May the world rise to accept and embrace you. May the rainbow of love enfold you. May your fluidity never be hindered. May your pronouns always be supported and your true name respected. May those who you invite into your life remain loyal. May your chosen family lift you up and catch you when you need it. May you be able to catch others when they need it. May you remember sensitivity is not weakness, but instead a great strength welling up inside you. And until we meet again, may you remember that you are loved. You are divine. Amen, and blessed be.
To the parish hall.
All we need is love.